GM and welcome back to the channel. In this one, I'm showing you how to participate in the AQLA, that is the AQLA token launch via pilot on Kujira. In this video, we'll do a quick TLDR on what the guys are building here, but primarily going to show you how to participate with this, as a lot of people haven't used pilot previously. And I'll show you also how to maybe on-ramp some funds if needs be into the Kujira ecosystem for this one. So if you enjoy it, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. We'll jump on in. So AQLA token ticker is AQLA. These guys are operating within the carbon credit market, specifically the voluntary carbon credit market, and they will be creating a liquid marketplace for the purchase or sale of carbon credits to maybe institutions, businesses, individuals, or even governments who wish to offset their carbon emissions. So this kind of prototype of the marketplace should be released during the end of Q1. And so this is going to be super interesting to see real world assets in the form of carbon credits becoming liquid and tradable on the crypto rails. So super excited to see this business take flight on Kujira. So KP posted this recently: real world assets, real yield, and yield bearing stables as rewards. So USDC rewards. The guys have large backers, a very well-connected team with good quality clients they're going to bring into the ecosystem here. Long-term plans, a large percentage of the sale going to the community of participants here, and some decently long vests as well for the actual team. So we're not going to get dumped on straight out the gates by anyone via this token sale. You are literally able to get involved here on pilot in this fair launch at the very ground level. So for those who attended the Kujira meetup just prior to Christmas, we did actually get to meet the team during the event. Yes, they are real human beings. We did speak to them. I've subsequently also jumped on a call with them as well, just to talk things through in terms of their plans and roadmap ahead for this year. And I was suitably impressed with what they have to say. We will do a deeper dive maybe at a later date, but we'll keep it brief here. Essentially on pilot right now, we have this window to actually bid at a price at which we wish to purchase the AQLA tokens. So 104 mil tokens are available during this round. There is a kind of max USDC cap for this raise. We are quite a ways away from that, but worth bearing in mind there's roughly 1 week left as this ends on the 31st of January. But of course, what we see typically is with these kind of bidding processes, a lot of people play into their game theory and will bid towards the end. So there's a few things to talk about and think about in the actual bidding process. But essentially these guys work both sides of the kind of brokerage here in the carbon offsetting business. So what they can do is, on the one side, they could be selling carbon credits to those who wish to offset their emissions. And on the other side, they work with clients who work in the industries like this, like stopping coal for energy, protecting rainforests, that kind of stuff, which actually generates, of course, those carbon credits. By doing positive things for the environment, you generate carbon credits. So you can see that they can easily marry up the marketplace here, buyers, sellers, and the platform working as a Web3. So moving this from a Web2 business into the Web3 ecosystem and acting as a brokerage for these carbon offsets. So super interesting to see what they're doing. A bit more details on the token allocations and stuff within the actual white paper docs. I'll leave this down below if you want to give it a bit of a nose through. 30 pages to go through. Public sale is 37% of total tokens, 104 million out of 280 million tokens. And you can see the likes of the founders getting around 12% on a 12-month cliff, then 24-month vest, so 36 months in total. Advisors 10% with a 12-month cliff. So in terms of the token allocation, I think this is a very fair distribution. And as you can see, 37% to the community at this ground level is pretty damn juicy. So this is welcome to pilot. So this is on Team Kujira. If you go into the app, go down to pilot, and this is where you get involved with new token launches. There's only been a few so far. So I think this is the third one in the history of Kujira. And essentially this allows for teams to set price bins or pools at which people can bid within, very similar to how Orca with the bidding process works. And rather having this kind of first come, first serve methodology you see across the crypto space where people get sniped and bots actually just get in and buy up loads of tokens and then dump on you afterwards. This is more of a fair launch mechanic. So what you just do is click on markets, and then from markets, click on AQLA. So this is the pilot interface for the AQLA token launch. So on this, as I say, very similar to Orca. If you've used that previously, you'll see exactly how this would function. Basically, the starting price would be 25 cents. Now, when the auction actually ends in 163 hours from now at the 31st of January, what it will do, it will collect the most expensive bins. So this is with a 0% discount at 25 cents. The next bin would then be sold out at a 4% discount to that. So that'll be a price of like 23.5 cents. And essentially we'll just move through the bins and sweeping up all the USDC funds as we go until we get all the way to the very end. As you can see, 764K's worth of USDC can still be bid in here. So we're not near the cap as of yet. So this would mean at current, everyone who's got a bid in here would get filled, and you would buy the AQLA token at the price in which you have bid. So you can see with the red dots signifying I've bid at the steepest discount level of 96%. That is at a token price of just 1 penny. And I've also bid at 92% discount as well, as I wanted to play it a little bit safer as well in there. So as you can see, at current, everyone would get filled on here. Some people would obviously pay a heftier price at 25 cents, and the vast majority getting to buy this token at just 1 cent. Now, interestingly, they've previously done a raise and sold tokens, which are actually on a long vest as well, with a cliff additionally at 5 cents. So they've already raised funds at 5 cents, and you can see we can potentially buy here and bid at just 1 pence. So we would be literally getting in at the ground level, the best possible price. And if you've been involved with the previous pilot launch on Kujira, think back to Wink, we were able to get in at a very, very cheap price, and subsequent to that, Wink has done exceptionally well. So this would be really good if we can get involved at that ground level with the best possible price, maybe at this huge 96% discount, 1 pence per token, and then watch the business work its magic from then. They do have some big orders in the pipeline, and there will be real yield because this will be generating real revenues. And if you stake the AQLA token, you can get revenue share from that in USDC. But if you want to bid on here, so say you've got some USDC available, you need to have USDC. It is the only token that we can bid on with this. We got 50 bucks available in here. So say you want to come in and do the max discount bid, just click that there. You can see this then auto-populates the discount sector at 96%. I'm going to put 100% of those funds in, so $50.76. You do want to click on this button as well, auto activate my bid. So this is kind of a bot protection thing as well. The bids need to be activated, so rather than worrying about that, just click this button across so it is checked, and then we can bid that 50 bucks into this final bucket here at a 96% discount, and you literally just have to press place my bid. Simple and easy as that, and approve the transaction in your wallet as so. So that will be submitted and then added successfully to that bottom tranche there at the 96% discount. So very easy to do. You can see then my total bids in here thus far, 720 bucks. I do plan on adding more funds into here at these bottom two. I'm going to be monitoring things right until the end. Game theory will be in play, and I will be monitoring this on the 31st of Jan. And this lets me know I would get an average fill price of just over 1.2 cents per AQLA token, which I think is a very, very good price. I think that puts it at a fully diluted valuation somewhat of around just $2.8 million. And I think for a real world business in the real world asset narrative, I think that'll be very, very cheap. If we just scroll down a bit as well, if you do want to cancel bids and rearrange them, you just click cancel, approve that on chain, and then you can play around with things as you wish. But how do you get funds in here if you've not currently got funds on Kujira? Well, I'll show you one quick method here. So on Kujira under blue, so from the drop down menu blue, this is the dashboard, IBC bridge. So what I would suggest, and a method I've used previously, is to just buy some Atom on a centralized exchange and send it over into here onto the actual Atom Cosmos hub. and then bridge it across via the IBC transfer into Kujira. And so it will be on my Kujira wallet then. So I'll do that via maybe Binance, buy some Atom, got my credit card or debit card set up on there. Pretty simple to do. Purchase some Atom, and then when I withdraw from Binance, I would come in, ensure I've got Cosmos there, entered my address, my Cosmos address, and then ensure it is going to the Atom Cosmos network. Do that withdrawal, funds will then end up in the wallets here, and then I can bridge these easily in one click across to my Kujira wallet, and I would then have Atom on hand on Kujira. Funds would then be available on my Fin app here on the exchange, and I would sell some Atom into USK and then flip my USK into USDC. As simple as that. I would then have USDC on hand, and I'll be playing on this pilot launch for AQLA. So let me know down below, what do you make of this one? Are you going to get in at this ground level for the AQLA token launch, bringing real world assets onto the Kujira chain? Seems pretty interesting to me. See you in the next one. Subscribe if you're new. Peace.